Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you guys doing today? I am running behind, as always, as usual. Whoops, headed to work. Seatbelt, seatbelt, seatbelt. I don't know why I never put my seatbelt on in the driveway. It's like I always put my seatbelt on when I'm rolling down the street. Yesterday was pretty good. I did some running around, went to my brother-in-law's house, my sister's house, to learn how to use my computer software, editing software, and all that good stuff. I'm trying to find my mascara. Can't find it. Oh, well, it is what it is today. I need to pay attention. Oh, well. Oh, I know where it is. It's in my makeup bag. I think I put it all in my makeup bag. My purse is so junky, like I have all of life in my purse. I went to the bank yesterday and took care of all of that stuff that I needed to take care of. I am so bad, even though you have the capability of putting checks in on your phone, I seldomly use that feature. For some reason, I feel better going into the bank to make my deposits. And so my clients will say, Lisa, did you deposit my checks? One time I held like 4 or 5 checks for a year. And my client came in and she was like, did you ever deposit my checks? And I was like, I don't know where those checks are. And she was like, are you serious? But at the end of the year, that year, I was cleaning up my organizer that I was carrying. And they were in that little slot, little folder slot on the side of it. And I found all the checks there. And so she, being the wonderful person she is, said, just give them all to me and let me just write you one check for that service that she was doing that day and for the previous services. So, and it was a lot. It was like thousands of dollars. And I don't know, I'm just real bad at that banking. I need a personal assistant to help me out, to take care of the banking and the website and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Pam will call patients to make appointments, new appointments and stuff like that. You know, I can just give her my phone if people contact me via my phone and do it that way. But if I had a personal assistant, she could do everything, private and, you know, work related and everything. So I probably should have just hired my sister to do that, because my sister she keeps her life very simple, and so she's able to keep up with things. And my life is very complicated. I mean, like, it's very complicated. So things get dropped all the time, i.e. banking. But I feel pretty proud of myself because I did go to the bank and deposit the checks. And my son gets Social Security, Logan does. And they said, okay, you need to have his checks, you know, automatically deposited into his account. I took both of the checks there because he gets disability and he gets something else, I don't know. It's just SSI to me, I don't know. So because of that, they send 2 separate, you know, checks. Only one went for auto deposit, but the other one still comes in a paper check. So one automatically comes to the house. So I have to literally take that into his bank account. And I'm his trustee. So I can do all his stuff. Well, if they get $2,000 in their account, they have to reapply. It just shows basically like they don't need the money. Well, he really doesn't need the money because we meet all his needs, but he is an adult, so he gets his own monies. So with all that being said, I had to go and take care of his banking yesterday too. So I did that. I'm pretty proud of myself. I want to have a procedure done. I know that my mouth is falling. My cheek areas are falling. My face should be up here and it's down here. I could put in some PDO threads down here to strengthen that area. But I think I want a mini facelift. And if I did a mini facelift, I would do it in Thailand. I would not do it here in America for several reasons. One, I went there a couple of years ago. Actually, it's been 3 years ago, and I had a blepharoplasty done. I felt like my eyelids were getting heavy. They, to me, just looked heavier than they did. And the doctor was like, well, they're going to get heavy, but they're not heavy. You still have a crease line. And I was like, yeah, but I used to have more of a crease line. And so it's called a blepharoplasty. And so my husband definitely needed one. He needed it years ago. And so he was getting his done. And I was like, you're not getting yours if I'm not getting mine. So I sent the doctor over the pictures, and they set our appointments. We went there, and I was going there for some advanced classes anyways. And so we both got blepharoplasties done. It was so simple. They just make a little slit right here, cut off that little excess skin, and put in little dissolvable stitches. Takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, really. It's like a no-brainer. Well, here in the States, they charge anywhere from $3,500 to $5,000 to have it done. And over there, I want to say the original quote was like $1,000 a piece, so it would have been $2,000. But when we got there, it was only like $780 for both of us. The surgeon that did our procedure does sex change operations. So he changed people from men to women, and his partner does women to men. But they have what's called lady boys there, and it's where men are, transgender. They change to women. And there were quite a few of them. They looked gorgeous. I was like, I need to have some work done here, honey, because their surgeons are amazing. And a lot of our doctors even go over there and train, and that's true story. So this surgeon that I went to see was extremely good, and his work was flawless. So I intend to talk to my husband tonight, because if I get some work done, it will be over there. With that being said, COVID is out there, so I don't want to go over there and contract anything, and then I can't get back in the States, and I don't even know what's going on. So I'm sure my husband, who is the scaredy cat, will be like, honey, now's not the time. And if it says that, that's fine, but yeah. And then of course you got your time being off from work. I was over there for a month last time I went. It's not like you want to go and just stay for a very short period of time. And we had an amazing time while we were there. We really did. So with that being said, that's what I plan to do. Now, I do know quite a bit of surgeons here. Oh, dude, come on. Okay, you let me over. Good. Quite a few surgeons here. And one of the surgeons that I send everyone to, he does pretty decent lefts. It's on my face. And I say decent because I've sent, I don't know how many people, my clients, over there to do it. I was going to pay for Pam to have it done, but we've also seen some things that we're not liking. So she said, no, I'm not getting it done. She needs it done. But if she don't want it done, then I'll just keep my coins. And I could actually get a free surgery from that doctor because I've sent so many people to him. But, yeah, no. Not my face. Not my face. One of my clients, she got the ends of her mouth was dropping down like mines are trying to do, and the surgeon, the way it was cut too far down. It didn't come out right. So I actually had to put some PDOs in there, and then she had some adhesions, like a little bit of scar tissue building up in there, and I was like, no, that's too cartoonish, nobody wants that. So you got a vet who you go to, and they really need to know their stuff. You need to see their work, befores and afters. Hell, even if you could talk to some of their patients, that would be good too. But Willie's father has really heavy lids, and Willie was getting that heavy lid look, and I was like, oh no, not on my watch. And not only do they get heavy as far as the skin laying on the lashes, but they also get puffy. I was like, boy, you look like a goldfish. You know those goldfish that have those big buggy eyes? So I was surprised that he agreed to it, because Willie is skittish, but while he was healing, now let me tell you, when I had the procedure done, we went in that morning, we had the procedure done, and when we left the hospital, we went home and went back to our hotel, and I was feeling fine. Willie was feeling fine. We went out and grabbed something to eat, then we went to the all-night market, and we were looking around, and then, the all-night market, it starts at about 10, 11 o'clock. So 2, 3 in the morning, we still out shopping, And the next morning, we should have went home and rested, is what we should have did, because I had a lot of swelling the next day, and so did Willie. But we were fine. We just kind of took it easy, just basically hanging out, eating, and stuff like that. But so that was the worst part about it, is the little bit of swelling. Now, for some reason, and I don't know why this is, but it happens to me, and I called Dr. Dixon and talked to her in Hawaii, and she even agreed, and she's an anesthesiologist, and she opened up a permanent makeup clinic, and they were even saying that African Americans swell in the eye area a lot more than our counterparts, a lot more than other races. And it's true, because if I do permanent eyeliner on an African American, honey, your eyes will swell shut. I can do a Caucasian and they can go back to work. I'm not even trying to play with you. And my thinking behind it is it's melanocyte related, the melanin in your skin. There's more friction. We all have the same melanocytes, but basically ours are so active that we register hotter, warmer, and so that's how we get the pigment, the coloring in the skin, right? Because of the melanin activity. And then Caucasians have less activity, same amount of melanocytes, but just less activity. So that's why their skin is lighter. So if you think of when a baby crawls and their little knees get discolored from the friction of going across carpet and stuff like that, that's what I like in, melanocyte activity too. I could be wrong, but that's what I've seen in all these years of being in the aesthetic business. Today is going to be a long day. I've got to work till after 5. And then I've got to go home and do the stockings. I did find out what was wrong with my Bernina software. My husband, I dragged his little butt up there. I'm like, baby. Mama loves you long time. She needs fixing. He was like, all right. So he went up there and he was like, honey, turn on your Bernina machine. Now your computer that has an Ethernet cord hooked to your Bernina machine is saying, oh, you do have a Bernina machine. Okay, go ahead. You can, we can load this software, because it was loading it like a stagnant page, as if you wanted to look through the manual, which you can do whether or not you have the machine or not, or, just all this stuff. So, Jesus, it was me. But, oh Lord, I guess they did a update on my machine. So now I can go home and do those stockings tonight. You guys want to see what we've done so far? Nothing as far as Christmas in here. We've got a lot of stuff to do. Now, my client, who knows that I'm always late, we both just pulled up at the same time. I'm going to get in here and do some work, you guys. Deuces. Be blessed.